What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, homie G. And this video is for my peeps, teens out there. What should I call you guys? Are you guys my homie Gers? Why don't you comment below, write down what I should address you as every time I make a video. The best one will get a shout out in my next video, all right? So whatever you want to call yourselves, you're my tribe. Go ahead and comment below. Leave it there. If it's the best one, I'm going to give you a shout out in my next video. But this video is how to deal with bullies at school. Okay? Very serious topic. Some of you may have had a bully in your past already, and it probably somehow affected you. Okay? And it probably is still affecting you to this day. You just don't know it. It might be subconscious, but let's say that someone is starting to bully you at school. How would you deal with that situation? Number one, I want you to first bring it up to your parents and make sure they know that they're in the loop. Always let your parents know what's going on at school, okay? Even if you're old and you're a teenager and you think, you can handle your own business, always communicate with your parents. But let's go ahead now and talk about some things that you would want to know about the bullying situation, and then how to address this situation. Number one, I want you to try to understand the bully, okay? A bully is a person who has sometime in their life, okay, when they were younger, faced some sort of emotional trauma at home. Most likely they were bullied by their father or their mother or an uncle, and they learned this behavior from them, and that behavior on them damaged them, so to speak. Okay, they have a lot of anger and frustration, and that's the one emotion they understand the most, anger. Okay, and they vent that anger by bullying others. No doubt these bullies face some sort of emotional trauma that has scarred them. Okay, so number one, understand the bully. When you understand the bully, you understand the bully's behavior and why they're doing what they're doing, and you don't internalize it as much. You don't take it personal as much, because you realize this person who's coming at you in the wrong way is really deep down hurting. Okay, they're hurting. They need help. They're not getting it. And so they're basically doing what they feel they must do to cope with that damaged, situation that they faced when they were younger. Okay, so you understand the bully. That's great. But obviously that's not going to do you any good, right? So step two, I want you to offer the bully an alternative relationship with you. Right now, you are the target and they are the bully, right? So that's a bully-target relationship. Give them an alternative. When they're starting to bully you at school, turn around, face them and say, hey, Mark, or hey, Victor, or hey, Jose, or hey, Deborah, because girls can be bullies too. You say, I would prefer to be your friend than the target of your anger. Maybe not say anger. Maybe just say, I would rather be your friend than your target. Can we be friends? And they're going to be like, what? What are you talking about? Right? So you've just provided the bully an option, okay? They can continue their behavior toward you, or they could become your friend. Now, I'm not asking you to be their homie at school, okay, or their bestie at school, or their friend at school. All that really means is when you see them and you cross paths in the hallways, you'll say you'll do one of these, right? What's up, so-and-so? Or hey, so-and-so. You'll be cordial to them. I'm not telling you to hang out with them after school and be that kind of friend. I'm just telling you to say, I'd rather you be my friend than me being your target. The bully will probably say, all right, or maybe they'll just say, no, I don't like you, you blah, 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 right? They're going to just not accept that. They don't want to lose face, okay? So they may just say, no, that's all right, I'm going to continue to bully you. They're not going to explicitly say that, but that's what's going to happen. All right, well, you offered that bully an alternative paradigm to your relationship. They didn't accept it. So you got no choice at this point, okay? You have to go and let the administration know. I know you're thinking, what? No, I ain't a snitch. Besides, if I go and tell the administration, then he's just going to get more angry, or she's just going to get more angry and come at me harder, right? They're going to bully you more. Yes, maybe that will happen, but if the administrator is prompted correctly, which I'm going to tell you how to do this next, there may be zero retaliation after this point, okay? In fact, that's exactly what you're shooting for in the next step. So you go and write an incident report, right? And you basically, in that incident report, cite every single time the bully has said something to you or done something to you, okay? And be specific. If you remember dates, great. Put that down on the incident report you have available to you in the office. And then cite the person's name, and then, all the events, put them in order, provide it to the administrator. And when the administrator calls you up to talk to you, then give them basically the information honestly. And then at the end, make sure you specify to that administrator, I want to make sure there's going to be no retaliation whatsoever for me doing this report. And they're going to say, well, we can't promise you that. If they do something again, you come back up here. And you say, well, that's not acceptable. You need to please make sure you let this person know that you expect no retaliation, and that they need to forget who I am and move on with their life, because I'm not going to accept this or tolerate this anymore. Next time I'm coming back with my parents, and it needs to end now, this situation. So please let that bully know this, okay? And then that administrator is going to hear you say, what? He's going to bring his parents? Uh-oh, I better make sure I do my best. So you're kind of lighting a fire under that administrator's butt, so to speak. So they do their best job at dealing with this bully that's going to come in. You better have not already retaliated in some way or said something back to that bully. Hopefully you're squeaky clean and you didn't say or do anything in return, because now you're equally guilty, and that administrator is going to tell you, well, what have you done? Have you done anything? Have you said anything to this bully to make him more angry? So you want to be squeaky clean and tell that administrator, nope, all I did was asked him to please stop. I asked him even if he wanted to be my friend. He said no. So now I'm here. Okay? So you've addressed it with the office. You've basically told them what you expected and what would happen if that's not accomplished by the office. Okay? And if it's not accomplished and there's more bullying afterward, you got to go back with your parents. Unfortunately, at this point now, it's more serious, and your parents got to press and take it from there. Okay, you did your best. So those are some steps you can use to deal with bullies at school. As much as it bothers you, do not become physical back. I know that if you don't tell anybody and you simply let it all stay inside of you, you're going to snap. Okay, I've seen it. Kids just snap and start to wail on their bully, and they hurt that bully so bad sometimes that they have to go on an ambulance, and you will be in serious trouble, okay? Because you don't know what kind of outcome will result from physical violence. You may break that bully's orbital bone. You may cause that bully to fall back and hit his head and get a concussion, okay? Because it's all emotional. You're wailing on them. You're like, I told you to stop. You didn't leave me alone. And that's all the emotion that's coming out of you as you beat up on this bully, okay? So make sure you don't let it come to that point, because you will be in trouble, especially if you didn't report it to the office, okay? So that's my suggestions for how to deal with bullies at school. If you have any more questions, hit me up on my emails. I'll put it on the information on this video. And remember to always be in the loop with your parents about all that's happening at school, okay? Sure, you want to be an adult, or try to be an adult and grow up, but there's some things you just got to communicate with them on, all right? This has been your boy, homie G, coming at ya. and I'll see you on the next video. Tell your friends about this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.